नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। मेरा विनती है हिंदी में अनुवाद तात्पर्य पढ़ ले, इस भक्तों को हिंदी में सुनना होता है थोड़ा बहुत। और मैं श्लोक पढ़ लेता हूँ, बाद में आप श्लोक पढ़ते रहेंगे। इसमें या स्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं निरासी श्रद्धयान्वितः भजते स्थानकैस्तस्य मनो राजन् प्रसीदति। या सर्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं या सर्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं निरासी श्रद्धयान्विता भजते अनकैस्तस्य मनोराजन् प्रसीदति। कौन जानते हैं इसका मीटर क्या है? मीटर है, जानते हैं? या सर्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं निरासी श्रद्धयान्वितः भजते श्रद्धयान्विता भजते मनोराजन् या सर्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं श्रद्धयान्विता भजते मनोराजन् प्रसीदति। या स्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं निरासी श्रद्धयान्विता भजते शान्तिस्तस्य या स्वधर्मेण मां नित्यं ओके वैष्णवी तो है लेडीज बोलने वाले। ओके या एनीवन स्वधर्मेण by his occupational duties माम में नित्यम regularly nirasi without any motive श्रद्धया with faith and devotion अन्वितः endowed bhajate worships sanakai gradually tasya is mana mind rajan O King Prithu prasidati becomes fully satisfied. हिंदी में अनुवाद करते हैं।
अनुवाद तथा तात्पर्य इस डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद द्वारा। तो कृपया दोहराएंगे। भगवान विष्णु ने आगे कहा, हे राजा पृथु, जब कोई अपना वृत्तिपरक कर्म करता हुआ किसी भौतिक लाभ के उद्देश्य के बिना मेरी सेवा में लगा रहता है तो वह अपने अंतकरण में उत्तरोक्त संतुष्टि प्राप्त करता है। तात्पर्य: विष्णु पुराण में इस श्लोक की पुष्टि होती है। वृत्तिपरक कार्य को वर्णाश्रम धर्म कहते हैं और यह भौतिक तथा आध्यात्मिक जीवन के चारों वर्णों और आश्रम पे लागू होता है, यथा ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य तथा शूद्र तथा ब्रह्मचर्य, गृहस्थ, वानप्रस्थ तथा संन्यास। जो कोई वर्णाश्रम धर्म पद्धति के अनुसार कर्म करता है और फल की इच्छा नहीं करता, वह क्रमशः संतुष्ट हो जाता है। जीवन का परम उद्देश्य वर्णाश्रम धर्म का पालन करते हुए भगवान की भक्ति करना है। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता में इस प्रक्रम को कर्मयोग कहा गया है। दूसरे शब्दों में हमें केवल भगवान की तुष्टि तथा सेवा के लिए कर्म करना चाहिए, अन्यथा हम कर्म फलों के बंधन में उलझ जाएंगे। प्रत्येक व्यक्ति वर्णाश्रम धर्म में लगा हुआ है, किंतु भौतिक व्यवसायों का उद्देश्य भौतिक लाभ नहीं होना चाहिए, अपितु हर एक को चाहिए कि अपने अपने कर्मों के फल भगवान को अर्पण करें। ब्राह्मण को विशेष रूप से अपना कर्म भौतिक लाभ की दृष्टि से न करके भगवान को प्रसन्न करने के लिए करना चाहिए। क्षत्रिय, वैश्य तथा शूद्र को भी इस प्रकार से कर्म करना चाहिए। इस भौतिक जगत में हर व्यक्ति भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के व्यवसाय में लगा है, किंतु ऐसे कर्मों का उद्देश्य भगवान को प्रसन्न रखना होना चाहिए। भक्ति अत्यंत सरल है और कोई भी इसे अपना सकता है। जो जिस रूप में है वैसे ही रहे। उसे अपने घर में परमेश्वर के आर्च विग्रह को स्थापित भर करना होगा। यह विग्रह राधा कृष्ण का हो या लक्ष्मी नारायण का हो। भगवान के अनेक रूप भी हैं। इस प्रकार ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य तथा शूद्र अपने सच्चे परिश्रम के बल पर आर्च विग्रह को पूज सकता है। चाहे जो भी वर्णाश्रम धर्म हो, मनुष्य को श्रवण, कीर्तन, स्मरण, पूजन, समर्पण इत्यादि के द्वारा भक्ति करनी चाहिए। इस प्रकार मनुष्य अपने को भगवान की भक्ति में बड़ी आसानी से लगा सकता है। जब भगवान किसी की सेवा से प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं तो जीवन का उद्देश्य पूरा हो जाता है।
कदामय्यं तदास्ति सत्सान्तिकं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगण श्रीललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. मुझे पता नहीं आज मुझे क्लास देना होगा, तो माफ़ी चाहता हूँ, मैं ठीक से तैयारी नहीं किया हूँ, मैं कोशिश करूँगा। श्लोक इतना कठिन तो नहीं है ज़्यादा। ओके, नाउ आई हैव टू स्टार्ट इन English because I thought there may be some demand for speaking English, some translation is going on. Huh? Yeah? आपने सुना होगा भक्ति भक्त भगवान, हाँ? और नाट्य में क्या बोलते हैं? हिंदी हिंदू हिंदुस्तान। हम बोलते हैं भक्ति भक्त भगवान, वो क्या बोलते हैं? ये क्या है? ये चलता रहेगा। The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, continued, "My dear King Prithu, when one situated in this occupation, in his occupational duty, engages in my loving service without motive for material gain, he gradually becomes very satisfied within." ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते कोन भाग्यवान जीव, गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाई भक्ति लता बीज। आप सबने श्लोक सुना है, मस्ट हैव हर्ड। देन भुक्ति मुक्ति सिद्धि कामी सकले अशान, कृष्ण भक्त निष्काम अतएव शान। आवाज आ रहा है अभी? So it's a very complicated world in the sense we are complicated. Not that the world is complicated. What makes our experience in this world and our life in this world is complicated is the package with which we arrive in this world. We are arriving with a package. But actually, originally the soul is not connected to this package. Soul is not connected to this package. Bhumi, apo, analo, vayu, kamano, buddhirevacha, ahankara, miti, yamme, binna prakriti, ashtala. Mamaivamso, jivaloke, jivabhuta, sanatana. Manasashtani, indriyani, prakristani, karshati. Aparayam tu idamanyam, prakritim, viddhimepanam, jivabhuta, mahabhava, yayadam, jarite, jagat. So there are many instructions. But because of our attitude of not being submissive to any authority, that is the nature of this world. It is nothing surprising that people are rebellious. It's not surprising, it's something not unusual, it is very common. Nobody can solve the problems of life without surrendering and remembering what is the purpose of life. Krishna makes it very clear. It is to serve me. We have this word called spiritual master. What does this word master mean? Jivera Swarupoi Krishna and Nitya Das, how he has become a master? When you become a spiritual master, you are no more Krishna Das. Could happen. We can understand it in two ways. He's a master of his senses, Goswami. Therefore, he is master. The second way to understand is, the greatest slave is the greatest master. So spiritual, Prabhupada once made a statement, it is good to be the servant of Lord, but it is better to be the slave of the Lord. It is good to be servant of the Lord, but it is better to be slave of the Lord. Why it is better to be slave of the Lord? Because servant of the Lord means he should get bonus, he should get one day off. Servant has all these rights. The servant has many rights. यहाँ का टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट को पूछो कितना राइट्स है. अभी तक इस्कॉन में डिवोटी की लेबर यूनियन नहीं बना. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं डिवोटी में यूनियन नहीं होना चाहिए. डिवोटी में यूनियन जरूर होना चाहिए. तो भौतिक जगत में क्या होता है? देयर इज अ क्लैश बिटवीन so-called management and labor. That is material world. Management and labor always in conflict. Communism, socialism, capitalism, दुनिया भर के हम लोग इसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं. भक्ति में भी अलग अलग प्रकार की. In bhakti also there may be different categories of leaders. 12 Mahajans, there are 12 Mahajans, 6 Goswamis. So there can be leaders, but there is no clash. Because in front of the Supreme Lord, everybody is happy to serve. You see, in the material world, there is no question of happiness in service. Because it is perverted reflection. No matter how many business schools you open, how many engineering colleges you open, they will not find happiness in serving. It is not part of the deal. But in the spiritual world, there is more happiness in service than being in the master. That is why Krishna comes as Lord Chaitanya to see, how come Radharani has more fun than me? Radharani has more fun than Krishna. So he wants to know, why is that? Then he asks Mahaprabhu and he experiences the same thing. So there is fun in service in the spiritual world. In the material world, it's impossible with all the management, with all the technology, with all the economic development. That will never happen because it is perverted. But how to understand that? How to get that mood? People want Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, Kavitam. But that is perverted. Krishna doesn't want Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, Kavitam because he already has everything permanently. Yes, there's 6 qualities: unlimited beauty, fame, knowledge, renunciation, strength, wealth. It's all those 6 qualities unlimitedly forever. So Krishna is not in anxiety for anything. Our service is purely for our benefit when it comes to Krishna. But in the material world, our service is for someone else's benefit. So if you want to serve Krishna, you should know you are the beneficiary. Even though it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram, Yagya Tapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, even though it is said like that, who is the actual beneficiary in devotional service? One who serves purely, he is the actual beneficiary. But that is not possible within the 3 modes. That is the actual purport of the verse. So this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, if it is mixed with the 3 modes, it will not give satisfaction. Therefore, pure devotional service should be goal of varnashram. Justice, injustice, right, wrong, good, bad, shubha, ashubha, mangal, amangal, everything mixed with three modes, everything is nonsense. The moment it is mixed with the three modes. Traigunyo Vishayo Veda, Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. So, we can't be part-time devotee. But most of us are. In the Bhagavatam class, we have one mood. After the class is over, we are in a different mood. But bhakti is not like that. Actually, for us, bhakti is a strange thing. It's something to be introduced to us. But the soul doesn't need to be introduced to bhakti. Soul needs to be introduced to bhakti? No. So we are coming with a package. Each one has his own specialized package. Am I clear? Does it make sense? Translation हो रहा है पीछे? आवाज आ रहा है? हो रहा है? हरे कृष्ण. So, morality, ethics, samanya dharma, ordinary moral behavior, ethical behavior, that is what is generally promoted as education or character. Or, but serving the Lord, ahaituki apratiyata, that has never been part of any education anywhere. That is what makes it free from the three modes. Serving the Lord, or at least the concept of serving the Lord, always susukam kartum avyayam. कृष्ण मृदंग को दोनों साइड से बजा रहा है. दुक्कालय मशाश्वतम सुसुकम कर्म अव्ययम, दुक्कालय मशाश्वतम सुसुकम कर्म अव्ययम, दुक्कालय सुसुकम कर्म अव्ययम, दोनों साइड से बजा रहा है. आपको कौन सा सुना पड़ रहा है? आपको कौन सा सुना पड़ रहा है? दुक्कालय मशाश्वतम सुन पड़ रहा है या सुसुकम कर्म अव्ययम सुन पड़ रहा है? कौन सा आवाज सुन पड़ रहा है? हाँ, दुक्कालय मशाश्वतम. आपको मंदिर के अंदर टेंपल कमांडर थोड़ा डरा, थोड़ा सुसुकम कर तुम अव्ययम भी दे देना. ये टेंपल कमांडर के हाथ में है. There is nothing called becoming a devotee. There may be something called becoming a non-devotee. There's nothing called becoming a devotee. Where do you get this idea? When did you become a devotee, Prabhu? The whole Bhagavad Gita is saying, Krishna is telling Arjuna, both of us have lived forever, all these kings have lived forever. But the problem with the package is, it does not understand Sarupadi Vinirmuktam. This package prevents us from understanding Sarupadi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam. Service to Krishna, becoming a slave of Krishna, anathema, अंग्रेजी में बोलते हैं anathema means you can't even think for a moment. In the material world, they are suffering like anything, but they think there is nothing else, is that? Problems in job, problems at home, problems with children, problem with the government. There are more rules in the material world, or there are more rules in the spiritual life? There are more rules. the material there are many strict rules. In the spiritual world, first thing we hear is Gaurnitai does not recognize any offense. You are free. And you cannot go anywhere near Krishna to offend him. Because Krishna is fully Z-security. Nobody can go anywhere near to commit an offense. And Gaurnitai does not recognize any offense. So probably the only person who can talk to you about offense is your spiritual master. So we are becoming, because of this, we are becoming spontaneously offensive because of this package. Griha kshetra sutta apta vitte janasya mohoyam aham mameti. Was Arjuna nirvisheshavadi or sunyavadi? Arjuna was nirvisheshavadi or sunyavadi? Krishna preshtaya bhutale Srimate namo Vishnupadaya Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine. Okay. So Arjuna was which one? Nirvisheshavadi or Sunyavadi? हाँ? ये दोनों में एक बोलो, तीसरा बोलो. So Nirvisheshavadi or Sunyavadi? Then one is a Karpanya Doshapata, Sammuda. He is neither Nirvisheshavadi nor Sunyavadi. Then what? He is in clear. Then why this confusion? What is causing confusion to Arjuna? He is not an impersonalist. He is not a nihilist. These are the major problem, right? For devotion, impersonalism and voidism. These are the two major problems in coming to devotion. And Prabhupada is helping the world to overcome this Nirvisheshavad and Sunyavad. But was Arjuna in one of these, Nirvisheshavad or Sunyavad? Then how did he have a confusion? How did he have a problem? From where the problem was coming? Yes, Prabhu? What was the cause of confusion and problem? Huh? Okay. We all have Devatma Buddhi. But we are going happily. Not only Apna Dehatma. There's a long list of, he says, Sala, Sambandhi, Brata. What? So he is creating transcendental world with him as the center. You cannot create a transcendental world with you as the center. If you want the world to be transcendental, who should be in the center? But who is he saying center of his life? He says, Krishna, when he throws the Gandiva, he says, Krishna, you are not the center of my life. That is the reason he threw the Gandiva. He says, you are not the center of my life. All these people, my friends and relatives and family, they are the center. Without them, how can I enjoy this kingdom? What you are talking? So you need not be a Nirvisheshavadi or Sunyavadi. If you are a well-to-do aristocrat, that is bad enough. You understand well-to-do aristocrat? You are some company, big company CEO. So you feel so good, oh, I'm taking care of my employees, I'm taking care of this, I'm taking care of that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But that itself is enough for causing confusion about what is spiritual duty. Arjuna did not recognize his spiritual duty. He had no idea about what is spiritual duty because Krishna was not the center. He was the center and all his friends and relatives, that is the transcendental world. Do you have a transcendental world like that with you as the center? Do you have? No. With you as the center, you don't have a transcendental world? We all have. Thinking I am the center. That is why it says, Aham Mameti, I am the center, and this is the transcendental world, with me as the center. Then how you can be a servant? You cannot be a servant of your senses, Godas. So the moment one has family, expansion, property, this, that is why. Nadanam, najanam, na sundarim kavitam means I am not the center and all these things are not for mine. So there are two issues. One is Mayavad, another is Bhogavilas. It is not difficult to defeat Mayavad. Mayavad can be defeated, our books are there. But even if you read Bhagavad Gita 108 times, can you give up Bhogavilas? Is there any number of times you read Bhagavad Gita and then इंद्रिय तृप्ति खत्म हो जाता है, ऐसा कुछ श्लोक है भागवतम में? भगवत गीता क्या है? एक श्लोक है, उसमें बोल रहे हैं द भक्ति इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड, डिवोशनल सर्विस इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इररिवोकेबली. कौन सा है? सभी कौन सा? In the beginning there are 4 verses together. I forget the beginning. What are those beginning with? It's a very famous, very famous word. The devotional service is established irrevocably in the heart. Who said? बोलिए. सुन्नता श्रकता पुण्य श्रवण कीर्तना विदुनो. Please repeat. सुन्नता श्रवता बोलिए. I think there are 2-3 more verses along with that. Okay. So the point is, Punya Shravana Kirtana. Prabhupada makes such a polite statement, but actually it's a very strong. Prabhupada says, university degrees are not helpful. So politely he's saying, university degrees are not helpful. So polite. Because you become the center and that becomes the transcendental world. So Krishna completely destroys this idea. Where he talks about that tree which is upside down. You can see the reflection in the water. What is the beginning of the Gita verse? Urdhva Moolam Atachakam. So in that, Krishna says, Guna Pravruddha Vishya Pravala. You can't search out the beginning and the end of this. You can't search out the beginning and end of this material creation. Only when you get free from the 3 modes, you find a way out. By the help of a Tattvadarshi, you have to cut this tree with the sword of knowledge. So Arjuna was not cutting the tree with the sword of knowledge. He was not cutting the tree. He was saying all this, how I will enjoy? What are you talking? How I will enjoy? You are telling me, if I die, I will go to heavenly planets. If I win, I can enjoy this. Arjuna says, no. After killing all of them, how can I enjoy? So he was definitely at that point, he was not aware of his spiritual duty, his spiritual nature. He was not aware of that. So even if you are not a Nirviseshavadi, Sunyavadi, but if you are into Bhogaisvarya Prasaktanam Taya Pruta Chetasa, Bhogaisvarya Prasaktanam Taya Pruta Chetasa, what will happen to you if you are involved in Bhogaisvarya Prasaktanam? You can't hear anything spiritual. Bhogaisvarya Prasaktanam means Bandh. You cannot hear anything spiritual. Therefore, Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. But if you say 50-50, even if you say 90-10, there is a problem. But to the people, generally, if you tell them 100%, they will leave you 100%. So, थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट करके बोलते हैं हाँ ये भी चलेगा वो भी चलेगा, कम से कम जन्माष्टमी का दान तो दे दो। So Prabhupada, he presents the philosophy at the purest pure level. He also presents the philosophy to the hippies without compromising. To hippies also he is giving Krishna consciousness, and he is also representing Srila Rupa Goswami. How you can do that? You are good with the hippies also, and you are faithfully following Rupa Goswami also. Amazing. Actually, Prabhupada's biography, now probably there are more than 10 biographies of Prabhupada from different countries. Originally they were starting with Leelamrit and Servant of the Servant, Glorious Master. Like that, we know a few like that. But now there are more books, one for South Africa, one for Malaysia, one for America, one for England. There are more biographies about Prabhupada. And you can see how he is dealing on a day-to-day basis. Amazing. How he establishes ISKCON. Amazing. There is no business model. There is no business school in which you can learn how to run an international society for Krishna. There is no business model. That's why we are all struggling. Amazing. Unbelievable. Just take this temple. I have come here when there is only a compound and a tin gate with some hill. Only some kind of a pute compound tha, one tin gate. Just some hill. See what is this transformation? Amazing. Unbelievable. That is Krishna Kripa Murti. Where did Prabhupada go to learn management? Where did he go? He didn't go anywhere to learn management. How did he do it? So it's possible to change things even within the material world, even within the three modes, but you should have your own protection. Not that the three modes will disappear, not that the material world will disappear. You protect yourself. So Prabhupada protected himself first. When you fly in the plane, they give an instruction. जब हवा की pressure कम हो जाएगा, the oxygen mask will drop. You heard that when you fly? Immediately what they say when the oxygen mask drops, what they say? अरे बच्चा को क्या होगा? बच्चे को क्या होगा? If you don't put yourself, you won't be able to act. First you put, then you can attend to the bachcha. So first protect yourself. First you protect. So Prabhupada did that. But anyone who fails to do that, to protect himself, he can't protect others. Atma Sainyeshu Atsatsu. Neither they can protect you, nor you can protect them. But you may have a big aristocratic family, big company, you are a chairman, president, so many things. But it's all Asatsu, Atma Sainyeshu Asatsu. Not of any use. So, at various levels, Krishna consciousness can be introduced. Generally, it can start with some basic character as a, not necessarily, see, we should not confuse this word Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra as if something it belongs to some Vedic area, Vedic era. It actually means one who is intelligent and observant. So everybody should be intelligent and observant. That's a Brahmin. One who is heroic. He can, at the risk of his life, he can protect somebody physically. Like that. And one who produces more than what he requires and distributes. And one who faithfully follows instruction. Anything wrong with that? It's not happening today? Not happening. You work in the material world, in a material company, you better follow faithfully the instruction. Otherwise, tomorrow you won't be needed. You have to follow the instruction. So we should not get confused with Brahman, Kshatriya. It's there even now. But only thing is, service to the Supreme Lord is missing. Service is going on in this world everywhere. Prabhupada says everybody is a servant. Even the Prime Minister says, Hare Krishna, I am your servant. Sorry. He doesn't say Hare Krishna, but he says, I am your servant. There's nobody who doesn't serve. But that service is not connected to the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, service is going on. Nowadays, the service industry has become so big. In India, they say the service industry has more employment, more generating income than manufacturing industry. More than manufacturing industry, service industry has grown much more. That is why now they have started Make in India, because the manufacturing industry is not doing that well. So service is constantly going on, but not connected to the Supreme Lord. So the purport of this verse, there is no use doing occupational duty or doing rituals or conducting 99 Ashwamedha Yagya. But it is not required, Krishna is telling Prithu, it is not required for you. For others it may be recommended. It is not required for you. You know better than that. So don't worry about this Indra business. It looks like Prithu has been let down and Indra has been boosted. Indra has not been boosted. Actually, Krishna cares more for Prithu. And he is encouraging to enter into pure devotional service. Normally, yagyas are conducted for some particular result. But he's telling, forget it. It's not for you. Not required for you. You are beyond that. Not required for you. So, while we preach Varnashram Dharma, or even part of Varnashram Dharma, while we preach that, that's not for us. Krishna says, do not disturb the common man. What does that mean? Don't go on Sankirtan, right? I mean, don't go on Sankirtan. No. While you have to know that you should not disturb them, but you should in some ways bring them to Krishna consciousness, because that is the goal of life. Otherwise, life has no meaning. Imagine Prabhupada taking the journey and praying all the way to Krishna. I have been given the title of Bhakti Vedanta, and somehow or other I have come here. You can make me dance as you like. I will also speak, but my speaking is only half job. You are in the heart of the people. You kindly make them understand what I am speaking. Kindly make them understand what I am speaking. It is not that how many books you distributed. That may be good for BBT. That's not good for you. So then he says, I have come here, I'll do everything as you want. But you are sitting in their heart. You have to make them understand. That is totally free from three modes. Very obvious. Very obvious. Prabhupada is free from three modes. Very, very obvious. Therefore, he need not worry about management. He is already pure. Varnashram or part of Varnashram can be preached. That is one level of Krishna consciousness. The second level of Krishna consciousness is deity worship, Pancharatra. That is second level of Krishna consciousness. But that doesn't mean you become a pure devotee. Only Varnashram in 3 modes. If you worship the deities, you are in mode, but you are in Sattva Guna. That is also 3 modes. Worshipping deities means everything clean and neat and punctual and everything, all the things you do. But that is Sattva Guna. But beyond the Pancharatra, what is there further? Bhagavad Dharma. So what happens then at that point? You can go to hippies. You won't be affected. Bhagavad Dharma means nothing can affect you. You are fully protected, fully insured. Prabhupada, you see, Columbus discovered America accidentally. You know that? It was accident. Do you know that? You don't know that. But Prabhupada conquered America purposefully. He conquered. He didn't discover. Conquered America. He conquered America. There's a statement by Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, your government should take notice. I started this movement in your country. So your government should embrace it and support it. Yes, Prabhupada says. Your government should take notice. I started this movement in your country. So your government should embrace this and support it. And how do we know he conquered America? When he was told that a car has been bought for him in America, US, the Prabhupada immediately said, write on the door of my car where I am sitting, on the door you write, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the spiritual master of United States of America. Poor Obama. He is fighting all the election and he is not the conqueror of America. He's suffering, he is struggling. Prabhupada says, what did he do to become spiritual master of United States of America? What did he do? He couldn't even get a visa. Confirmed. He had to collect money to renew his visa in the public. Prabhupada's visa had to be renewed. So Brahmananda had to go and collect money in public, strangers. There is Dharna Mana hai. There is nothing to fear, there is nothing to worry. If you understand the 3 modes and you protect yourself from the 3 modes, there is nothing to worry. You don't have to worry about all the rules and regulations in, They say no, to consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities mentioned in the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas. But that is applying to Prithu. He should not get lost in the auspicious ritualistic activities in the Karma Kanda. That's for Indra. Originally in the Vedic system, Indra was the main deity. The original, many people even today say, what is this Krishna? Indra is the first deity to be worshipped. How do you know Indra is the first deity to be worshipped? What is the full proof that Indra is the deity to be worshipped? How do even devotees know that Indra is to be worshipped? How do even devotees know that? How do they know? Who did that? Who did Indra Puja? Who did Indra Puja? Krishna's father. Who did Indra Puja? And Krishna had to preach to his father. You know that Krishna was trying to preach to his father, right? Was he not trying to preach to his father? What did he tell him? Here is Bhagavad Gita. What did he tell him? He acted like a baby. He says, how can you do? Oh, is there a festival? How can you have a festival without telling the family members? How can you have a festival without telling the family members? What festival is this? Why are you doing it? Nanda Maharaj says, ये सब मैं बाद में बताता हूँ, आज काम करने दो. No, nothing doing. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? You have to tell me why it is this. After all, Govardhan is taking care of all our cows. Govardhan is giving this, Govardhan is giving that. Why are you doing Indra Puja? नहीं नहीं नहीं, आज तुम गोवर्धन पूजा करो, बाद में इंद्र पूजा करो. So Indra Puja is bogus or genuine, bona fide? Indra Puja is bogus or bona fide? याद रखना, इंद्र सुन रहा है. Indra Puja is bogus or bona fide? कोई नहीं बोल. हमारा पंगा क्यों ले? Huh? Who is saying? Not Yadukuleshwar. Who is saying? Bona fide. For who? Those who do not want to do devotional service, for them that is the only way. They have to worship Indra. Those who are away from devotional service, what choice they have? They have no choice. They have to worship Indra. And they may not call him Indra. They may, you see, in the Greek history, they also have some deities. So they call in a different name. But the puja is going to Indra. In Roman history, they have also some deities. That is also going to Indra. Only in our turn we give the name Indra, but others are worshipping Indra only, but in a different name. So Indra is happy. So if you don't do service to Krishna with clear understanding, you have to go to Indra. You don't have a choice. See, Krishna himself comes and tells Prithu, Arey, you are way beyond these things. You are way beyond. You are much above these things. ये क्या चक्कर है? इसको छोड़ो, आपकी जरूरत ही नहीं है. These are all part of the three modes. So it is full of, Vedic ritual is full of three modes. Even our deity worship has a touch of modes. Tattva guna. So Bhagavata Dharma means, then, only then, Namna Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. Only at that point, Namna Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. The holy name is non-different from Krishna. When we chant the holy name, you can't say it is non-different from Krishna, because you are in three modes. The holy name cannot be in three modes. Can you be in three modes? You cannot be in three modes. At least you have to be in one mode. But the holy name is free from three modes. Then only Namna Makari Bhavada Nida Sarva Shakti. Then only it is not different from Krishna. So you have been cheated. When you were given a bead bag and you thought, oh, now I am free from three modes. No, you have been cheated. No. Along with the bead bag, they give you 10 aparad. Conditions apply. Okay? Conditions. When the holy name will be effective? Conditions apply. Nama aparad, Dama aparad, Seva aparad, Vaishnava aparad, Aparadi aparad. That is the reason we are having problem. Even though the holy name is the purest. Raja Vidya, Raja Guvyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam, Pratyachyamyam, Susukam Gartanam. Because of this. Okay. Time up. Any questions? Comments? Something? दे दो बल्ले. What do you think about Mother Teresa? She had compassionate heart. Arjuna had more compassionate heart, or Mother Teresa had more compassionate heart? Who had more compassionate heart? How do you know? It is sentimental compassion. Not a compassion of a Vaishnava, not a compassion of a real guru. You don't know the drama? You must have done the drama. Somebody is drowning and somebody is jumping into the lake. And what happens after that? And what happened to the guy? वो डूब गया. You are talking about that kind of compassion? But he could not save. Compassion means saving or killing. Did he save? Actually, the compassion is to kill. Krishna says. Prabhupada gives the surgeon puts a knife. And a doctor also puts a knife. Who is compassionate? Surgeon puts a knife so that even though there is pain, after that you will be cured. The sadhu's business is to cut, but without infection. Sadhu's business is to cut without infection. Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti. At least tell me something about Prabhupada that you appreciate. Something, why you appreciate Prabhupada. At least say that. Because that is the conclusion of everything. How do we appreciate Prabhupada? That is the conclusion of all that we hear. So say something to appreciate Prabhupada. Something, one sentence, one word. Why you appreciate Prabhupada. Then, what else? Very nice story. Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice story. Wonderful. That's like Prabhupada. That's Prabhupada. Anybody else? Appreciation of Prabhupada. This is something. Something. Everybody has to say one word. Determination. Okay. What else? Madhumangal? Only 30 seconds allowed for you. Only 30 seconds allowed for you to glorify Prabhupada. Okay, wonderful. Then, Somebody else? और फटाफट. कृपालु आकृत द्वारा सत्यसारा समा निर्दोष वादन्य मृदु सूचि अकिंचन अकाम अनिह स्थिर विजित सद्गुण सर्वोपकारक शांत कृष्णैक शरण मितबुक अप्रमत मानद अमानी गंभीर करुणा मैत्र कवि दक्ष मौनी. हो गया, उसमें आ गया. सर्वोपकारक शांता. He was peaceful. He was not fearful. He was peaceful. हो गया. And every day we sing praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya vande guru sri charanaravind. Praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya vande guru sri charanaravind. What is this guna arnava? And that is ye anilo premadana. So he is saying, Mahaprabhu, Gunanidhi, where I will find this Gunanidhi? Ananta Kalyana Guna. Unlimited auspicious qualities. If you are really blind, it is okay. But you have eyes and then you are blind, that's very bad. You are born blind, it's okay. But your eyes and still you are blind, that's not okay. So you come to Prabhupada, you can't be blind to his qualities. You can sing. Krishna says Kirtaniya Sadahari. I don't know how to do Kirtaniya Sadahari, but I can do Kirtaniya Sada Prabhupada. Which is easy? Kirtaniya Sada Hari is easy or Kirtaniya Sada Prabhupada is easy? Which is easy? Huh? Kirtaniya Sada Prabhupada is easy. This is the best deal you can ever get in millions of lifetimes. This is the best deal you can get ever in a million of lifetimes. This is the best deal you have. So don't slip it away. Don't the deal slip away from you. In the material world, servant, slave, not good. In the spiritual world, it is the other way. That's the best. So in your environment, in your circle, if it is transcendental, that is the reason we are supposed to address each other as Prabhu, because you have more fun as a servant and Prabhu has all the headache. When you say Prabhu to somebody, what does it mean? That means I am giving all my headache to you. You take care of me. Once somebody told Queen, I think Elizabeth, I don't know, somebody told that in Krishna consciousness, when you surrender to Krishna, Krishna takes care of everything. You have nothing to worry. The Queen said, how nice. The Queen said, how nice. Krishna is taking care of all my worries. How nice. The Queen is telling how nice. Because she knows how many worries she has to take care of for the citizens. So she feels the burden of taking care of people's worries. So it says when you surrender to Krishna, he takes care of all your worries. So how nice. But the problem is, Delhi ab dur ast. क्या बोलते हैं ना? सब बोलते हैं Delhi ab dur ast. Krishna is still far away. Delhi dur ast बोलते हैं. We are in Delhi and we are telling Delhi is dur ast. We are in Krishna conscious movement and we are telling Krishna is far away. I really have to stop now. It's more than 15 minutes. Thank you very, very much. Hare Krishna. Sorry if I have not presented the sloka nicely. Just try my best. Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam.